Have you ever told a little white lie? Something small, like telling your friend you love the gift they gave you, even when it's not quite your style. Or maybe you've complimented a colleague's presentation, saying it was brilliant, when in reality, you were scrolling through your phone for half of it. We all do it. Lying in its many forms is a fundamental part of human interaction. It's woven into the very fabric of our social lives. But have you ever stopped to wonder why? Why do we, as a species, find it so difficult to just tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? The answer is a fascinating journey into the depths of our own minds, a story of evolution, brain chemistry, and the complex dance of social survival. It's not just about deception. It's about connection, protection, and our deep-seated need to belong. Understanding why we lie is, in a way, understanding what it truly means to be human. Let's dive into the human side of this, the part we all recognize. Imagine you're at a dinner party. The host, a close friend, has spent all day preparing a special dish. They bring it to the table with a proud, hopeful smile. You take a bite. It's not great. It's bland, a little dry, and frankly, disappointing. What do? The brutally honest path would be to say, this isn't very good. But what would that accomplish? You'd see your friend's face fall, their pride wounded. The atmosphere would become tense and awkward. The entire evening, meant to be a celebration of friendship, would be soured. So, what do most of us do? We lie. This is delicious. You have to give me the recipe, we exclaim. This is a classic example of a prosocial lie, a falsehood told not for personal gain, but to benefit someone else or to maintain social harmony. We tell these lies to protect people's feelings, to build and maintain relationships, and to grease the wheels of social interaction. Think about the last time you asked, "How are you?" Did you really want a detailed 20-minute breakdown of the other person's anxieties and ailments? Probably not. The expected answer, "I'm good, thanks. How about you?" is often a gentle lie, a social script that allows us to connect without getting bogged down. It's a signal that says, "I see you, I acknowledge you, and I wish you well," without demanding a heavy emotional investment. These small, everyday deceptions are the social glue that holds our communities together. They are acts of kindness, in a way, prioritizing the emotional well-being of the group over the cold, hard facts. It's a trade-off we make unconsciously 1,000 times a day. We trade a sliver of absolute truth for a mountain of social cohesion. Now, let's look at a different kind of lie, one that's less about others and more about ourselves. This is the lie of self-preservation. Picture a job interview. The interviewer asks, "What's your biggest weakness?" The painfully honest answer might be, "I procrastinate until the last possible second, and I have trouble taking criticism." But who in their right mind would say that? Instead, you frame it strategically. "Sometimes I can be too much of a perfectionist, and I'm learning to delegate more effectively." Is it a lie? Yes, in a way. It's a carefully curated, polished version of the truth, designed to present yourself in the best possible light. We do this all the time, not just in interviews, but on social media, on first dates, and in everyday conversations. We embellish our achievements, downplay our failures, and construct a public persona that is more competent, more interesting, and more successful than the person we are when we're alone. This isn't necessarily malicious. It stems from a deep primal need to be accepted and valued by our tribe. In our evolutionary past, being ostracized from the group was a death sentence. To survive, our ancestors had to project an image of competence and strength. That instinct is still with us. We lie to avoid punishment, to escape embarrassment, and to gain access to resources, whether it's a job, a relationship, or simply a place in a social circle. It's a survival mechanism, a psychological armor we wear to navigate a competitive world. The child who denies eating a cookie, hands still sticky with crumbs, isn't a budding sociopath. They're simply trying to avoid getting in trouble. They are learning the fundamental rule that sometimes the truth can hurt. This brings us to the most compelling aspect of this phenomenon: human attraction and the powerful role that deception plays in it. Think about the world of dating and romance. It is, from the very beginning, a stage for performance. We choose our most flattering photos for dating profiles. We meticulously plan our outfits for a first date. We laugh a little louder at their jokes and present a wittier, more charming version of ourselves. We are essentially advertising. We are creating a narrative designed to attract a mate. This isn't a modern invention fueled by apps. It's a behavior as old as time. In the animal kingdom, this is called signaling. A peacock displays its magnificent tail, signaling genetic fitness. It's not a lie, but it is a carefully managed presentation of its best self. Humans do the same, but with language and behavior. A man might exaggerate his financial stability or his career ambitions to signal that he can be a good provider. A woman might use makeup and certain clothing to enhance features that signal youth and fertility. These aren't necessarily conscious Machiavellian plots. They are deeply ingrained instincts driven by the evolutionary imperative to reproduce. We are biologically wired to find certain traits attractive: health, resources, intelligence, kindness, and so we are also wired to display those traits, even if we have to bend the truth a little to do it. The lie, in this context, becomes a tool of courtship. It's the movie trailer version of ourselves, designed to pique interest and secure a second date. Of course, this has its limits. A relationship built on a foundation of significant lies is doomed to fail. But the initial dance of attraction is almost always seasoned with small, hopeful deceptions. We lie to make ourselves more attractive, to bridge the gap between who we are and who we believe our desired partner wants us to be. So, when we look at the whole picture, the reason we can't always tell the truth is because our brains are not optimized for absolute truth. They are optimized for survival, social connection, and reproduction. Lying is not a flaw in our design. It's a feature. It's a complex, multifaceted tool that we use for a variety of purposes. We use it altruistically to protect others and maintain social bonds. We use it defensively to protect ourselves from shame and punishment. And we use it strategically to attract mates and secure our place in the world. Of course, this doesn't excuse harmful, malicious lies that cause pain and destroy trust. There is a vast difference between telling a friend you like their haircut and committing fraud. But understanding the psychology behind the smaller, more common deceptions can give us a more nuanced and empathetic view of human nature. We lie because we are social creatures, desperate for connection. We lie because we are vulnerable beings, desperate for safety. And we lie because we are hopeful romantics, desperate for love. The inability to tell the truth all the time is not a sign of moral failing. It is a sign that we are navigating a complex social world with a brain that is trying its best to keep us safe, connected, and accepted. It's a fundamental, unavoidable, and deeply human part of who we are.